Something extremely serious is unfolding right now in the Middle East. As nationwide protests continue inside Iran, Iranian leadership has issued a chilling warning to the United States, stating that American interests could become legitimate targets if tensions escalate. This warning comes at a time when unrest has entered its third week, security forces remain on high alert, and global powers are watching closely. What started as internal protests is now turning into an international crisis, and the next moves could reshape regional stability. Iran's warning was not symbolic or vague. Officials clearly stated that if the United States chooses military involvement, strategic interests in the region could be treated as legitimate targets. This type of language signals escalation rather than diplomacy. Analysts say the message is intended to deter intervention while projecting strength at home and abroad. Such statements are rare and usually reflect deep concern within leadership circles. Protests inside Iran have now entered the third week, with no signs of slowing down. What began as economic frustration has grown into widespread demonstrations across multiple cities. Despite security crackdowns and internet restrictions, people continue to gather. The persistence of these protests has increased pressure on authorities, forcing leadership to address both internal unrest and external reaction at the same time. The international community is closely monitoring these developments. Global media outlets have increased coverage, while analysts warn of potential regional instability. Governments are weighing their responses carefully, knowing that any misstep could worsen the situation. Diplomatic channels remain active, but the tone has clearly shifted toward caution and concern. This moment matters because it comes at a time when the region is already under immense strain. Ongoing conflicts, economic pressure, and rising public anger have created a fragile environment where words carry enormous weight. A strong warning like this doesn't just affect one country. It impacts global trade routes, energy markets, and international security planning. History has shown that moments like these often define what comes next, either opening the door to dialogue or pushing events toward a more dangerous path. Following the warning, military analysts began closely monitoring unusual movements across the region. While no official confirmation of action has been released, heightened alert levels and strategic positioning suggest that preparations are being reviewed behind the scenes. History shows that warnings like these are rarely issued without parallel planning. Even without immediate conflict, the mere suggestion of escalation forces defense systems, allies, and adversaries alike to reassess their next steps in real time. Across the region, the statement has triggered immediate reactions. Neighboring states are reinforcing security while urging calm through diplomatic channels. In areas already facing instability, even indirect threats can amplify fear and misinformation. Regional leaders now face pressure to balance public reassurance with strategic caution. This delicate moment highlights how quickly words can ripple outward, affecting millions far beyond the original message. Beyond politics and security, global markets are reacting with caution. Energy prices, shipping routes, and investor confidence are all sensitive to instability in this region. Even the possibility of disruption can trigger defensive moves across international trade systems. For economies already under pressure, uncertainty adds another layer of risk. This is why global attention remains locked on every development. Behind closed doors, diplomacy is working against the clock. Messages are being exchanged, back channels activated, and efforts made to prevent miscalculation. The challenge lies in the escalation without appearing weak. History has shown that moments like these often test whether diplomacy can still outweigh force. The outcome depends not only on intent but on restraint. As the world watches, the next steps remain uncertain. Whether this moment leads to dialogue or deeper confrontation will depend on choices made in the coming days. For now, the warning stands as a reminder of how fragile stability can be. In an interconnected world, no major development happens in isolation. What unfolds next could shape regional and global dynamics for years to come.